Next.
Toss-up more likely to make the playoff, Auburn or Alabama?
Auburn. Auburn controls its own destiny.
That's right.
Auburn plays Georgia, albeit in a bad place to play in Atlanta, but they play Georgia, a team they beat by 23 points the last time they played. Alabama has to depend on Wisconsin losing and or Oklahoma losing.
That's right.
And if you say, oh, it's tough to beat a team twice in a row, if I win by 23 the first time, I think I'm going to win again.
Well, I don't think Auburn is going to beat Georgia again. I don't.
You don't?
I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for Auburn. I'm rooting for the school of Charles Wade Barkley. But I don't think they're going to win. But the answer is still Auburn. Because they have to go out and win a game that they're going to be playing in against a team they have beaten.
Don't need help.
Alabama's got to sit in front of the TV, and this is so great that Nick Saban, who has disdain for everything and everybody, now has to depend on others to get his butt in the playoffs. How appropriate is that?
Next.
Toss-up, where will Jim Harbaugh coach next year?
Whoa.
Michigan or the NFL?
Okay, so there's a report by Jay Glazer that a lot of NFL teams are trying to lure Harbaugh back into the league, right? Now, to me, I think he's going to stay at Michigan for a variety of reasons.
Not staying in Michigan.
You don't think he's staying in Michigan? I know you'd love to have him in the Bears.
How many months have I been telling you what was going to happen this year?
I think he's going to stay because he's 1-5 career there against Ohio State and Michigan State.
And
then it will look like he's tarnished, and I think he wants to beat them. I'm going to say he stays at Michigan.
He's not staying. The question is whether he winds up in Chicago, where he was drafted and played quarterback, Indianapolis, where he played quarterback and got close to something once. They lost that game to Pittsburgh, I think. Or another NFL team where they just throw money at him. The Bears and Colts will not throw that much money.
He's making a lot of money
He's
at
making
Michigan.
like 9, not from Michigan, from sources that combine.
Making money, though.
The point is, Tony, it's NFL time for Jim Harbaugh. What did I tell you?
You think he wants to go coach Andrew Luck again?
Whose coach is going to be fired come Christmas time?
Well, about 5 guys.
But specifically, where Harbaugh played.
Next.
Thank you.
Last one, toss-up. Who is the favorite in the East right now, the Celtics or the Cavaliers?
Well, what does this mean? Does this mean to win the conference before the playoffs or to get to the finals?
Well, you got to win the conference before you get to the playoffs.
I think Boston will probably win the conference, and Boston won last year. Well, let's look at Cleveland recently for a second. LeBron now wins the games he chooses to win, and he does it personally. He went to Washington and beat the Wizards. Personally. He went to Charlotte, and in front of Michael Jordan, he beat Charlotte. He went to the Knicks because he wanted to beat the Knicks in the Garden.
Came back.
Right. And then last night, he went to Philadelphia, and he told Embiid and Simmons,
sit down.
I'm the sheriff, so shut up, right? So based on that.
Doesn't play in Boston, I think, until like January 3rd.
Well, I got LeBron.
That's a showdown.
Plus, they got Isaiah Thomas down the road.
See, Tony, that's it. The reason you can't say anything definitively yet is you got to see Isaiah Thomas. By the way, Isaiah Thomas on his chest bumps coming off the bench in street clothes looks like Carl Lewis right now. Looks completely fit.
I picked Cleveland. Who did you pick in this answer?
I'm picking. I just said I'm cautious. I'm pushing until January.
Yesterday you sat here and you said there's no push on this show.
Well, you can't
push.
I can push.